Welcome to AsahxMusic Torah Studio, where we worship with sax and walk in Torah. We have spent 6 chapters building, assigning, purifying, and consecrating the camp. Now in Numbers 7, the tabernacle is complete, anointed and dedicated, and the 12 tribal leaders respond with 12 days of offerings, 1 leader per day, 1 offering per tribe, recorded in full 12 times. If you have ever felt like your contribution was too small, no matter, too ordinary to be noticed, too similar to everyone else's to be worth recording, Numbers 7 is a direct answer from the Creator to that exact feeling. Walk through it with me. Open with me to Numbers chapter 7, beginning at verse 1. Now it came to pass when Moshe had finished setting up the tabernacle that he anointed it and consecrated it and all its furnishings, and the altar and all its utensils. So he anointed them and consecrated them. The tabernacle is complete, everything we have been reading about, the counts, the assignments, the purifications, the Nazarite vow, the Aaronic blessing, all of it was preparation for this moment. The tent of meeting is standing, the altar is consecrated, the presence is in residence. Then verses 2 to 3. The 12 leaders of Israel bring an immediate, spontaneous response. 6 covered wagons and 12 oxen. A wagon for every 2 leaders, an ox for each one. Verses 4 to 5. The Creator tells Moshe, accept these from them, that they may be used in the service of the tent of meeting, and give them to the Levites, to each man according to his service. Verse 6 to 9. It says, and Moshe took the wagons and the cattle and gave them to the Levites. He gave 2 wagons and 4 cattle to the sons of Gershon according to their service. And he gave 4 wagons and 8 cattle to the sons of Merari according to their service, under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest. But to the sons of Kohath he gave none, because theirs was the service of the set-apart objects which they bore on their shoulders. The dignity of the assignment determines how you carry it. You have to have the right tool for the right assignment. The distribution of wagons is not equal, and it is not supposed to be. The Merarites get 4 wagons because they carry the heaviest structural load, frames, bars, pillars. The Gershonites got 2 because their fabric coverings, while large, are lighter. The Kohathites got none because their assignment carrying the ark and the holy vessels must be done on the shoulder, by hand, by direct human bearing. The Creator matches the tool to the task, not the team to the task. Imagine 3 moving crews being given a fleet of trucks. 2 crews get trucks because they're moving furniture and fabric. The 3rd crew gets nothing because what they are carrying cannot be put in a truck. The Ark of the Covenant goes on human shoulders. The Creator's design for carrying the most sacred object is intimate, direct, and personal. Body to pole, shoulder to wood, human to holy. No wagon is good enough for that assignment. Some things must be carried the hard way because the dignity of the object demands it. We live in an age of efficiency. We want the fastest, easiest, most scalable method for every task. Numbers 7 introduces a different principle. The dignity of the assignment determines the method of carrying. Some things in your calling cannot be delegated to a wagon. They require your personal bearing, your shoulder, your presence, your direct engagement. The Creator knows the difference between what can be hauled by vehicle and what must be carried by hand. Ask, am I trying to put something on a wagon that was designed to go on a shoulder? The wagons are covered. The Hebrew suggests enclosed, protective wagons. The Creator cares about how the tools for his service are transported, not just how the holy objects are carried. Even the logical support for sacred work deserves care and covering. Nothing in the service of the Creator is too mundane to be done well. The Kohathites got no wagons because the ark goes on shoulders. Numbers 7 shows that some assignments are too sacred for shortcuts. The dignity of what you carry determines how you carry it. Now let's walk through the offering structure, beginning with the first leader on day 1. And we're going to read from verses 10 through to 17. Verse 10. Now the leaders offered the dedication offering for the altar on the day when it was anointed. The leaders offered their offering before the altar. The Creator tells Moshe, let them offer their offering, one leader each day for the dedication of the altar. One leader each day, 12 days, not all at once, one per day in order. Day 1, Nahshon the son of Aminadab from the tribe of Yehuda. His offering, 1 silver platter weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, both filled with fine flour mixed with oil, a grain offering. 1 golden dish of 10 shekels full of incense, 1 young bull, 1 ram, 1 lamb, 1 male lamb, a burnt offering, 1 male goat, a sin offering. Peace offerings, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs. Verse 17. This was the offering of Nahshon, the son of Aminadab. And then 12 more times, almost word for word, the same list, every tribe, every leader, every name recorded. So we see it in verse 17. And as a slaughtering of peace offerings, 2 cattle, 5 rams, 5 male goats, 5 male lambs, a year old. This was the offering of Nahshon, the son of Aminadab. Verse 17. Number 7 is the longest chapter in the entire Torah, 89 verses, and the vast majority of these verses are pure repetition. Every leader brings the same offering. Every offering is listed in identical detail. Every record closes with the same phrase. This was the offering of the name of the son of name. Creator instructed Moshe to write it all down, not a summary, not a representative sample. Every name, every time. Picture 12 tribal leaders, 1 per day, approaching the altar of a freshly dedicated tabernacle. The first leader, Nahshon of Yehuda, brings this offering. The scribe records every item. The next day, a different leader brings the identical offering. The scribe records every item again and again and again, the 12 times. A modern editor would say, just list it once and see the others did the same. But the Creator says, record every name. Because to the Creator, Nahshon's offering is not interchangeable with Eliab's offering. They are the same items, but they come from different people, different tribes, different arts, and every art is worth recording. You may give the same tithe as the person next to you. You may serve in the same role. You may pray the same prayers. The Creator does not collapse your contribution into a statistical average. He records it separately under your name from your tribe on your day. Number 7 is a testimony that the Creator does not experience your worship as one of 12 identical entries. He receives it as yours, specific, personal, named, and worth recording in full. Your contribution is not made invisible by the fact that others gave the same thing. The 12 tribal leaders are listed in the same order as in Numbers 1 and 2, the census and the camp arrangement. Creator's record keeping is consistent. He uses the same order, the same names, the same structure. There is no confusion about who belongs where or whose offering is whose. Creator's administrative consistency is an expression of his faithfulness. He keeps the same record he started, updated in real time, with every contribution noted. Number 7 is 89 verses of repetition, because the Creator refuses to summarize 12 different people into one entry. Every name, every offering, every tribe, recorded separately. Your contribution is not made invisible by the fact that others gave the same thing. We're going to read on chapter 7, verses 84 through to 88. After 12 days and 12 leaders, let's read the summary, verses 84 through to 88. The dedication offering for the altar brought by all 12 leaders combined. 12 silver platters, 12 silver bowls, 12 golden dishes, all the silver totaling 2,400 shekels according to the summary shekel. All the gold of the golden dishes, 120 shekels. Burnt offerings, 12 bulls, 12 rams, 12 lambs with their grain offerings. Sin offerings, 12 goats. Peace offerings, 24 oxen, 60 rams, 60 male goats, 60 male lambs. And then verse 88 closes. This was the dedication offering for the altar after it was anointed. Verse 88 says, and all the cattle for the slaughtering of peace offering were 24 bulls, rams 60, the male goats 60, the lambs a year old 60. This was the dedication of the slaughter place after it was anointed. When every leader faithfully gave one identical offering per day, the combined total over 12 days was overwhelming. No single leader could have produced that total, but each leader's faithfulness on their assigned day contributed to a collective outcome that exceeded what any one of them could have imagined alone. For example, Nahshon on day 1 had no idea what the total would look like by day 12. He simply brought what he was called to bring on the day he was called to bring it and gave it with a full devotion. He could not see ahead of to verse 84 where the scribe tallied the combined result. He just did his day. And when all 12 leaders did their day, the altar of the Creator was dedicated with a collective abundance that the Creator recorded as the crown of the entire chapter. Faithfulness on your day builds something you may never see the full total of. We often evaluate our contribution by comparing it to what we imagine the total should be like. We look at the altar and think, my one offering seems so small against what this moment requires. Numbers 7 inverts that logic. The altar was not filled in one day by one leader. It was filled over 12 days by 12 faithful leaders, each one giving their portion on their assigned day. Your job is not to fill the altar. Your job is to show up on your day with what you were called to bring. The Creator handles the total. And there's a deeper meaning. The summary in verse 88 follows the full details of verses 10 through to 83. The Creator did not give the summary without the detail. He gave both. This says something about the nature of the Creator's accounting. He holds both the individual stories and the collective outcome simultaneously. He remembers every name and he counts every total. You are never just a statistic in his record, and you are never alone as an isolated individual either. You are named contributor to a collective offering that the Creator tallies with precision. No single leader could produce what the 12 produced together, but the 12 couldn't produce it without each one showing up on their day. Your job is not to fill the altar. Your job is to show up on your day. The Creator handles the total. And now we reach the final verse of number 7, the most intimate verse in the chapter. And when Moshe went into the tent of appointment to speak with him, he heard the voice of one speaking to him from above the lid of atonement that was on the ark of witness, from between the two cherubim. Then thus he spoke to him. After 12 days of offerings, after the dedication, after every leader brought their contribution and every name was recorded, Moshe walks into the tent of meeting, and the Creator speaks to him from between the cherubim, from the mercy seat, from the innermost place of his dwelling. The entire chapter, verses 8 to 9 verses of preparation and offering, ends with a total count, but not with a total count, but with a voice. The Creator responds to worship with communication. The offerings open the door to the conversation. Number 7 ends with Moshe entering the tent of meeting and hearing the Creator's voice from between the cherubim over the mercy seat. This verse is the climax of the entire chapter. Not the silver totals, Not the 60 rams, not the 12 golden dishes. The climax is a voice. The 12-day dedication offering created the conditions for the Creator to speak and be heard. Imagine Moshe watching 12 days of offerings, day after day, leader after leader, the same gifts brought to the same altar with the same devotion. On the 12th day, the last leader presents the last offering, and the dedication is complete. Then Moshe walks into the tent. The gold and silver and grain and animals are all outside. Inside, between the golden cherubim over the ark, there is a voice. Not a summary of the offerings, not a review of the dedication, as a conversation. The Creator speaks to the man who organized the whole thing. The 12 days of offering were not a performance, they were an approach. Worship is not a transaction, it is an approach. The 12 tribal leaders did not bring their offerings to receive something back. They brought them to dedicate the place where the Creator would speak. When we give our worship, our time, our resources, we're not buying access to the Creator's voice. We're setting up the tent where He has chosen to speak. And then we walk in and listen. The question Numbers 7 closes with is not, what did the offerings cost? It is, when you walk into the tent, do you hear the voice? The mercy seat, the place where the Creator speaks, sits between the cherubim on top of the ark of the covenant. This is the same ark that the Kohathites carried on their shoulders through the wilderness. The most intimate place of the Creator's communication is also the most carefully carried, most completely covered, most specifically assigned object in all of Israel. The Creator's speaking place is not accessible casually. It is the destination of an entire system of reverence, preparation, and offering. Numbers 7 brings us all the way from the outside of the camp to that voice. Numbers 7 ends not with a total count, but with a voice. The Creator speaking to Moshe from between the cherubim over the mercy seat. 12 days of offerings, one voice. Worship is not a transaction, it is an approach. Set up the tent, walk in, listen. Numbers 7 is the longest chapter in Torah, and every word of it is intentional. We saw that the wagons were distributed unequally because the Kohathites carried the holy on their shoulders. Some assignments are too sacred for shortcuts. We saw that 12 leaders brought identical offerings, recorded 12 separate times, because the Creator records every name on every day from every tribe. We saw that individual faithfulness on your assigned day builds a collective abundance no single person could produce alone. And we saw that the entire chapter ends with a voice, the Creator speaking to Moshe from the mercy seat after the 12 days of dedication. This week, ask yourself, am I trying to put something on a wagon that was designed to go on a shoulder? Am I showing up faithfully on my assigned day, even when my contribution looks identical to everyone else's? And when I walk into my tent of meeting, am I quiet enough to hear the voice? Thank you for walking through Numbers 7 with me. Like it, share it, and subscribe so you don't miss a single chapter of Bamidbar. And now, here is a live AsahxMusic meditation. Let the sound carry the weight of being seen, being named, and being recorded, and the stillness of the voice from between cherubim. Shalom.